I'm back! Wildcard Custom, Paint, Pimp, Ghetto Garage, Wild-Eyed, Northern Boy, all of the above! Oh. Let me turn this shit down for a minute. Even though I like it. Oh, I started hooking up my stereo last night. I got a lot of things to cover. You see my seat on the passenger side? See what we got going on here. You see that sub right there, that's brand new. See the other one? It's gone. Because I only hooked up one sub. And you can still smell the burnt in here. It burned up real quick. I say that sub is supposed to, that comp is supposed to handle 800 watts. And I bridged this amp. That PPI is old school. And that is 400 watts RMS per channel by 2 channels. I turned the gain up about a quarter and that sub smoked really bad, quick. So you could tell that the box that I made is really, it's quite shallow. You know what I mean? It's kind of designed for those subs. And then I hooked up the Infinity Kappa. That's a 12. I hooked that up with less power because it's an older sub and it can only handle so much, but that plays good. My Kenwoods, I haven't even hooked up. The Infinity Kappas haven't hooked up. The JL Audios, I haven't hooked up. The JL, these are Infinity Kappas and these are, down in here, these are Sony somethings. This is what I'm gonna try. I went down to Custom Creation. That's where I bought the subs from. He didn't hassle me or nothing. I grabbed this sub off the shelf because he didn't have no replacement subs because he's opened up another shop. This is supposed to handle, I don't know shit about stereo equipment, okay? This is what it is. I like the rubber, it's real thick. Of course, the basket is pretty because it's got flames, but you never see it. It's called Auto Bond or whatever. It's NO.110 I took it just to make sure it would fit because this magnet is actually bigger than the other magnet. And the way I understand it, this is why they're saying it will work. This one will work because it's got this thing and it's got this thing. It's kind of a 4 ohm. I don't know. And did I mention I don't know? So we got Walt that works down at Custom Creation. He actually gave me a cup, which is fucking pretty cool. He's a pretty good guy most time. You know, it's kind of like friendships and marriage. You got to take the good with the bad. Have me and him got pissed at each other? Oh yes. But we realize that everybody isn't perfect. And I don't know. Sometimes I'm a dick. Anyway, so I'm thinking if that sub won't handle 400 watts RMS, because if it doesn't, then I gotta downsize this amp and underpower it. I don't want to, because that's my best amp right there. Then basically, you know, this is the 3rd time I've done this already, and I'm not doing the 4th time. It just ain't gonna, man. Anyway, here's the rest of the story. Oh, I had to grab another cap because that cap won't work. You know how things are, you gotta do it 15,000 times. Anyway, I'm laying in here, laying on some studs, you know. Had to pull the seat out. Some dude pulled it up right here. You see how I got the garage door halfway down? It's because I don't want to see the natives when they come through the alley. If you don't make eye contact, you don't have to talk with them. I don't mind talking to people, but this is just what happened. And I got to learn how to edit, I'm telling you, because you'd crack up on this. Dude pulls up in some silver four-door something, and I heard him say 3 times, "Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo." I kind of ignored it, but I'm sure it's gonna get loud. And the next thing that's gonna happen is they're gonna beep the horn. They won't even get out of the car. You know, they think around here that a car horn is a fucking doorbell, and it's not. I think it's rude. If I want somebody's fucking attention, I get out of the car, shut the motherfucker off, and go to the gate and say, "Excuse me, sir." That's how you get respect. But anyway, he says, "You know me." I'm like, yeah, okay, no. I was gonna have my car painted last summer. I'm like, okay. And then he says to me, "But I caught a case." You know what? You know what a catching a case is? Catching a case is mean that you get in trouble with the law and it caught up with you. That's what catching a case is. Anyway, that's too much information. He didn't need to tell me. Anyway, then he says, I don't have place and insurance on my car. Can I bring it down here? Yeah, that's your choice. And then he says to me, can I leave it here? No. He goes, well, I got half the money down. First thing, I can't even remember what I called him last year. And the key thing is, last year he said he's gonna get his car painted, and now he's gonna say he's gonna get it done this year again? Really? You know what? Anyway, that's why I have my gate halfway down, so I don't have to make eye contact. And when it gets really hot and my garage door is all the way up, this is what I have hanging here. I know it's kind of rude, but I have to have it here. If you're here looking for something for free, keep rolling. That means move down the fucking alley. You know, because I don't know if it happens all the time to you people, but you know, this is kind of that's a 4-lane road right there. And man, come on, they can't really see my garage, but then again, I got a fucking Maltese cross on it with a skull with flames on it. You know, I guess they can kind of notice it. And I go down to Custom Creations quite a bit, and a lot of guys down there get their stereo equipment done, so they kind of get to know me because look the way I look and see how loud I am or whatever. But anyway, this is how they know me. They know me by Paint Pimp from down there. It's weird. Or they see that. That is an S for shoe. They call Compound 5 because I got all the gates up. See, the gates isn't really there for the nighttime. It's really there for the daytime, because if I didn't have that gate there, they would get out of the car and they would just stroll up in here like nobody's business, because I've had them do it before. You know, it's not the hood, but another reason I got that there is because when I want to go in the house and get some coffee, I don't want to shut the garage door and worry about a tool's missing, and you know, man, I need to learn how to edit, because you won't believe, I don't advertise. I don't want to do people's car right now. If you want to pay some stupid money, fine. But really, I don't have time this year. And they look at me like I'm an idiot because, well, you don't need money? Yeah, I need money. But, you know, like this guy, I don't even know his name. His name probably should have been Yo. I don't know. Because he thinks my fucking name is Yo. Yeah, you know, like I said, you was gonna paint my car, but I caught a case. And then, I can't even remember what car he's talking about. And he says he has half down. I don't even know why I quoted it. But he wanted to bring it over here and leave it here. Really? You know what, first thing, if you ain't got money for plates, and you ain't money for insurance, you sure in the fuck ain't got money to pay me. I don't mean to be arrogant or ignorant or anything above, but man, this is what it's like here. I don't... It's out of control. It's out of control. I gotta learn how to edit, because you won't believe that people just roll through here. And I don't advertise. I just don't wanna. So you know what I do? Like I do this guy? Oh yeah, bring it down, bring it down. Well, the first thing is, you know what? He said he's gonna get his car painted last year. If I painted all the cars that I was supposed to paint, or people would even say I painted their fucking car. No, man, there's very few cars around here that painted. You know, like maybe 4 that ain't mine around here. Otherwise, I ain't painting nobody's car, but they always say, yeah, Paint Pimp did. It's kind of like this. The guys around here, they won't call their car tan. They call it peanut butter. because peanut butter sounds cool. Tan is tan. Just like brown. People don't like brown. But if you call it cocoa brown, ooh, sounds cool. Anyway, that's my rant for the day, man. Got 10 minutes I burned up. Like I said, I'm waiting for Walt to come over and hook up my subs because I don't think it was my fault, but I'm not stereophonic, man, and it was sounding good for about 15 seconds. That one sub, it was sounding good. And then started smelling a little something and wasn't thinking, and then that's what it did. I hope I don't have to reconfigure the box. I don't really want to. But my other thought is this. Yeah. I've seen guys do it. I don't know much about it. But this is my only other option. Because I only got limited. I only got like 6.5 inches there. And I don't know much about stereo, and I ain't gonna say that I do. But I'm thinking if these subs ain't gonna handle, because I'm not pulling the amp out. I'm running 400 watts RMS per channel. That's it. The only other way I just thought about it is take some bigger subs and reverse them. And I've seen them. I don't know. I got my glasses on, so I don't know if you can see it. But I wouldn't do it to these subs because these will actually barely fit. That magnet right there actually touches that PVC. And I did this how Kenny told me to do it. And you know what? It's a kind of a small box for 312s. It's kind of a small. But I have to give Kenny credit. For that 15 seconds that it pounded, she sounded good in the hood, man. It was, put it this way, that one sub is better than any stereo system I've had. And I have guys saying, why did you mix match everything? You know why? Is this real pretty? No, it's not pretty. I had that. I had that in my vet. I had that in my vet. I had that I bought, I don't know where. I bought that cap for $17, I'm sorry. I bought that cap, that battery, I'm sorry. That amp for like $17. And I bought this amp for $20. Are they stolen? No, they're not stolen, because a lot of guys will come in and down to Custom Creation and they just think that stuff is junk. I got this from Youngblood that works down at Custom Creation. I got that, I got that cap, and that cap for, I don't know, 50 bucks, maybe 60 bucks, because he didn't even want them. He went out and bought a WS7 kicker comp running 1500 watts to it or whatever. So he didn't want this, so he just like, hey, give me 50 bucks for it. That's why it's not pretty. Because, yeah, it's a lot of mismatched speakers and stuff. The only thing I bought for this, matter of fact, I sold that Lincoln right here. Well, you probably ain't got time. I try to get a deal all the time. I sold my Lincoln. I had a black Lincoln that I sold, and buddy wanted to make payments, and I told him, you got to give me this.
Total Rock 101.7, rocking the Lakeshore, crank it up. Aquaman last night, about a half past 10, that baby of mine wouldn't let me.
And in order to sell it to him on payments, I told him he had to give me that stereo. I try not to spend a lot of money. I try to slide through. Just like these. These are used. I can't even remember where I bought those 10s. But anyway. It's getting real close for me to say goodbye. Peace of mind, peace of property, peace with oneself, piece of something. Pimp, baby.